Hello, everybody. Just wanted to bring this word to the body tonight. I feel like that King David, gave us a good example of what the world is going through right now when he was in the cave of Adullam. Psalms 42 talks about how the deer pants and thirsts for the water, and how that David would emphasize that his soul longed for God, and that his soul missed going to the congregation and meeting together. Even though we're living thousands of years later, or maybe hundreds, we look at the fact that we're not getting to come together as a body. But just like David, he sought God even that much more when he was separated, because God is where we find our peace and hope. So I would just encourage everybody, one, that when we look at the scriptures in Psalms where David's pouring out his heart, how he's talking about he misses the congregation, it says that he spoke to his soul and said, "Oh, my soul, why are you cast down within me?" Sometimes we have to speak to ourselves. We have to speak deep within us. We have to encourage ourselves. As we're being separated, I just encourage you to seek the Lord. Speak to your soul and speak to that spiritual man that you are, spiritual woman that you are, and just encourage yourself to get up. And I'd like to also to remember that when David and his men came out of that cave, they changed the world. They changed the kingdom that they were in. So I just encourage you to get filled up while we're in this time of separation, so that when we come out of this separation, we can change the world. Miss Sherrie would like to share something with y'all.
Yes, I love this verse in Habakkuk 3:17. Even though the fig trees have no blossoms and there are no grapes on the vines, even though the olive crop fails and the fields lie empty and barren, even though the flocks die in the fields and the cattle barns are empty, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation. In this time when people are losing their jobs, when we don't know if there's going to be anything at the grocery store, when uncertainty is everywhere, we can know none of that matters, because our joy is not in our surroundings. It's in the Lord and our salvation. And one day he's coming to get us, and we just want to be ready. So this is a good time for all of us to take the time, this extra time that we have, to seek him and be with him. Also in Romans chapter 5, verse 3, we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials. We're all having problems and trials right now. For we know that they help us develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. And this hope will not lead to disappointment. Disappointment is all around us, but we have hope that all of this is building something on the inside of us. When trouble comes, it tells who we are. So we need to seek the Lord, press in, look to him for our joy, not our surroundings. We love you.
We love you. And just remember, wash your hands.